Hi, this is Father Bill, friend of Dr. Bob's here in Austin. Welcome back. Sometimes you'll hear people say it doesn't cost anything to join a 12-step program, that they're free. And in one sense, nothing could perhaps be further from the truth. I think what this program costs us is everything. And if we try to get by with less than everything, we pay a price for it. We're talking last week about the four absolutes and using them, since they were the heart of the program, the heart of the transformational process. That they used to use those, the pioneers did, as their way of doing what we would call the fourth step. They would list them on a piece of paper, and then they would ask God to show them how their lives were out of order, disconnected to Him, and what was blocking them from a relationship with Him under those four categories. Pretty simple way to do it. One of those pioneers and a group of his friends got together after AA had started, but they continued using the four absolutes, as did Dr. Bob, as the central component of their spiritual program. And they expanded on them a little bit, and we're going to post this after the video because I think it can be helpful in getting a deeper understanding of what these absolutes are about. And they wrote absolute honesty, no lying, no cheating, no stealing, in a word, in all your affairs, simply and absolutely no falsehood. I don't know about you, but when I came into the program, I was false, I was phony, and a part of me knew that, and another part of me was trying to present an image to the world that was not true. So this thing starts with honesty. So I asked God, show me where I'm false. Show me how I've felt false for so much of my life, to begin facing the false self. Absolute purity, second one. Purity of mind, purity of the body, purity of the emotions, purity of heart, sexual purity. I don't know too many of us who just wind up with one addiction. And if we're not beginning to face other areas of our lives, my problems didn't all stem from alcohol and drugs. I actually had deeper problems before I even found alcohol and drugs. And the absolutes are there to help me uncover those. So to look at my sex life, to look at my other addictions, how am I doing with food? How am I doing with coffee? How am I doing with cigarettes? Is this what God is asking me to do, or is it not? Am I hiding through these? Absolute unselfishness, seeking what is right and true in every situation above what I want. This is confrontation with the ego, and the ego has to participate in this confrontation. So it is becoming a new self, and it is dying to that old self. I just don't know that there's another way to really get this thing. Absolute love, loving God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength, and your neighbor as yourself. If there were any change I would make to Scripture, it's in that last phrase. And I'd change it to "and your neighbor and yourself." Many of us addicts hate ourselves. Suicide is real common. You can look at addiction as, the long way of doing a suicide. We don't love ourselves. Why don't we love ourselves? I believe you find that out in that fourth step, because we've been false. We've been dishonest. We haven't been real. So that's the price of admission into the program, to start facing ourselves. But we do it in God's light. We do it in His love. He is going to show us the things. This isn't a condemnation. This is the beginning of freedom. So we'll tack these on after the video. Hope it's helpful for you. And then come on back next time and we'll take a look at the fifth step, where we begin to really find the freedom we're looking for. Thanks for coming by. God bless. Take care.